In the big and wild lands of the American frontier, a young boy named William Frederick Cody, who later became famous as Buffalo Bill, had many exciting adventures. He grew up in a world of wide-open spaces and endless possibilities, facing challenges that helped shape who he would become. Life on the frontier was tough, but Bill learned to work hard and be strong. He helped his family in the wilderness, where life was not always easy. From a young age, he understood the importance of being tough and independent, qualities that would be important in his future. One of the most important things Bill did as a young boy was hunting buffalo. In those days, there were many buffalo roaming the plains, and they provided food and materials for the settlers. Bill went on hunting trips and learned how to track and shoot the buffalo. This taught him how to be a good shooter and gave him a deep understanding of the land and its animals. Another exciting experience for Bill was when he became a rider for the Pony Express. The Pony Express was a way to send messages quickly across the vast West. Bill rode his horse through difficult terrains, delivering important messages. He faced challenges like open plains, rivers, and bad weather. This made him strong and taught him how to be brave. These experiences as a buffalo hunter and Pony Express rider had a big impact on Buffalo Bill. He learned about freedom and never giving up. He faced many difficulties but never lost hope. These early adventures helped him become the brave and determined person he was. During this time, Bill also got to know different cultures and people on the frontier. He learned about the traditions of Native Americans and developed a deep respect for their way of life. This would become important later in his life when he worked to showcase and preserve Native American culture. As young William Frederick Cody grew up on the American frontier, he had no idea of the fame that awaited him. His experiences as a buffalo hunter and Pony Express rider laid the foundation for his extraordinary life. These early adventures prepared him for the exciting and successful journey that was yet to come. Little did he know that he would become known as Buffalo Bill, a legendary figure of the Wild West, and his story would capture the hearts and imaginations of people all around the world. Buffalo Bill became famous because he was very good at shooting and he could entertain people. Many people knew about his skills and talents, and he quickly gained a lot of fame. He went from being a hunter of buffalo to becoming a well-known figure in the Wild West. One important event that made Buffalo Bill famous was when he joined the Pony Express. The Pony Express was a way to send messages quickly across the vast lands of the West. Buffalo Bill's job was to ride his horse and deliver these important messages. People admired his bravery and determination in facing the challenges of the dangerous terrain. But Buffalo Bill's most significant achievement was creating the Wild West show. This show was a big spectacle that showcased the stories and adventures of the frontier. People were amazed by the exciting horse riding, impressive shooting skills, and the vivid reenactments of life in the West. Another adventure that made Buffalo Bill even more famous was when he worked with famous people like Annie Oakley and Sitting Bull. They joined him in the Wild West show and brought authenticity and diversity to the performances. This attracted large audiences and made Buffalo Bill a beloved figure. As the Wild West show traveled around the country, Buffalo Bill's fame grew. Many people wanted to see him and experience the excitement of the Wild West. His ability to connect with people and his charm made him loved by millions. However, with fame also came challenges. Managing the logistics of organizing the shows and leading a big team was not easy. But Buffalo Bill's determination and entrepreneurial spirit helped him overcome these difficulties and ensure the success of his show. Buffalo Bill's rise to fame turned him into more than just a man. He became a symbol of the American frontier, representing adventure, bravery, and freedom. His skills as a marksman and entertainer made him a legend in the history books. Buffalo Bill had a big idea. He wanted to make a special show called the Wild West Show. This show would tell exciting stories about the Wild West. However, it wasn't easy for Buffalo Bill. He faced many challenges to make his dream come true. First, Buffalo Bill needed money to create the Wild West Show. He had to find people who would give him money to pay for the performers, sets, and travel. Finding enough money was difficult, but Buffalo Bill didn't give up. He talked to many people and told them about his idea. Finally, he found some people who believed in his dream and gave him the money he needed. An important person who joined Buffalo Bill in his Wild West show was Annie Oakley. She was a great shooter and could hit targets with amazing accuracy. Annie Oakley became a star of the show, showcasing her incredible skills and impressing everyone. Another important person was Sitting Bull, a Native American leader. Buffalo Bill wanted to include Native Americans in his show to honor their culture and traditions. Sitting Bull's participation made the show more authentic and meaningful. Bringing together a diverse group of performers was not easy. Buffalo Bill had to make sure everyone got along and worked well together. The performers came from different backgrounds, but they all shared a love for the Wild West. They became like a family, supporting and respecting each other. Buffalo Bill also had to plan how to move the show from one place to another. He needed to organize the routes, find places to stay, and make sure everything ran smoothly. Despite the challenges, Buffalo Bill's determination and passion kept him going. The Wild West show started to become popular, and more people wanted to see it. They were amazed by the daring horseback riding, incredible shooting, and thrilling stories that unfolded on the stage. The creation of the Wild West show showed how Buffalo Bill's vision and the hard work of the performers made something special. The show celebrated the spirit of the Wild West and brought joy to audiences everywhere. The big day had arrived, and everyone was excited for Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. People gathered in large numbers to see the show for the first time. They were eager to know what Buffalo Bill had prepared for them. When the show venue opened its doors, the crowd became even more excited. Families, friends, and curious onlookers filled the seats. They couldn't wait to see what was about to happen. At last, the show began. The curtains opened slowly, revealing a beautiful stage filled with colorful decorations. The crowd erupted into cheers and claps as Buffalo Bill stepped onto the stage. He looked confident and ready to entertain. The show started with cowboys riding fast on their horses. They showed off their amazing skills, jumping over obstacles and doing daring tricks. The audience was amazed and clapped their hands in appreciation. Next, the performers reenacted a battle from the Wild West. The stage turned into a battlefield, and actors pretended to be soldiers and Native Americans. They shot guns and pretended to fight with arrows. The audience watched with excitement, feeling like they were part of the action. Buffalo Bill took his turn on stage, telling captivating stories of the Wild West. He transported the audience back in time with his words, making them feel like they were there, experiencing the adventure firsthand. The show continued with more impressive performances. Skilled riders showed off their horseback riding skills, jumping and doing fancy moves. The audience couldn't take their eyes off them. As the show came to an end, the energy in the venue was high. The crowd stood up and clapped loudly, showing their appreciation for the fantastic performance. Buffalo Bill and his team had given a show that exceeded everyone's expectations. With the grand debut over, people left the venue with a sense of wonder and joy. They were grateful to have experienced Buffalo Bill's Wild West show and couldn't wait to tell others about it. As the Wild West show gained recognition, it started to attract a lot of attention and became a favorite among people. Many individuals eagerly awaited the show, excited to witness the fascinating performances. Families from different backgrounds came together to experience the thrill of the Wild West. Cowboys, Native Americans, and other captivating characters filled the stage, immersing the audience in the vibrant world created by Buffalo Bill. Traveling from one city to another, the Wild West show brought joy and excitement to people all across the country. Spectators were impressed by the incredible entertainment provided by Buffalo Bill and his team. The show received high praise for its ability to bring the spirit of adventure and the untamed frontier to life. Buffalo Bill became well known, and his name became synonymous with the Wild West. However, managing the show posed some financial challenges. The expenses associated with transportation, accommodation, and the upkeep of performers and animals took a toll on Buffalo Bill's finances. Despite the show's popularity, it did not always generate enough income to cover these costs. Buffalo Bill faced constant pressure to keep the show running while also managing the financial aspects. Additionally, the portrayal of Native Americans in the Wild West show faced criticism. Some individuals believed that the show perpetuated stereotypes and misrepresented Native American cultures. They argued that it was essential to provide a more accurate representation of their traditions. Buffalo Bill was aware of these concerns and took them seriously. He aimed to respect and preserve Native American cultures while still entertaining the audience. Buffalo Bill made efforts to address these criticisms and improve the show. He listened to feedback and sought ways to enhance the authenticity of the performances. He invited Native American performers to share their stories and traditions, giving them a voice within the show. Buffalo Bill wanted to ensure that the audience gained a better understanding of Native American cultures and appreciated their rich heritage. Despite the challenges faced by the Wild West show, it continued to evolve and captivate audiences. Buffalo Bill's determination and belief in the power of entertainment helped him navigate through difficult times. He remained committed to delivering a memorable experience and fostering cultural understanding. Beyond the big shows and crowds, Buffalo Bill had a personal life with its ups and downs. He got married several times and formed important bonds with his partners. However, his work often caused difficulties in his relationships. Buffalo Bill experienced joy and happiness through his marriages. He loved his wives and they supported him as he pursued his dreams with the Wild West show. They stood by his side during his performances, helping him with his career. However, being a showman meant that Buffalo Bill had to travel a lot. He had to go to different cities for performances, which meant he couldn't always be with his family. This created challenges and strains in his relationships because he didn't have much time to spend with his loved ones. The demands of his career sometimes overshadowed his commitment to his family. The long hours and busy schedules left little time for quality moments with his loved ones. He had to manage his show and make sure everything went well, which took up a lot of his time and energy. The contrast between his public image and his private self added to the difficulties Buffalo Bill faced. On stage, he was confident and charismatic, captivating the audience. But behind the scenes, he had his own insecurities and worries. Maintaining his public image was a heavy burden to carry. The tension between his public and private personas made Buffalo Bill feel isolated. He longed for moments of peace and authenticity away from the fame and expectations. The constant pressure and demands of his career sometimes made him yearn for a simpler life. Despite the challenges, Buffalo Bill's family remained an important source of love and support. His children brought him joy and reminded him of what truly mattered. They provided him with moments of happiness outside of his work. Finding balance between his career and personal life was a struggle for Buffalo Bill. He faced the difficulties that come with managing different roles and responsibilities. The pressures of fame and the desire for a more authentic life added complexity to his journey. Buffalo Bill's Wild West show didn't only stay in America. It traveled to other countries too, like England, France, and Australia. People in these countries were eager to see the show and experience the American West. When the show arrived in England, many people were very excited. They wanted to see cowboys, Native Americans, and the wide-open spaces of the American West. The performances amazed the British audience with their skills and action. In France, people were also captivated by the Wild West show. The French loved art and culture, and Buffalo Bill's show was no exception. The detailed performances, colorful costumes, and exciting action left a strong impression on the French spectators. Even in Australia, the show found an enthusiastic audience. The Australians enjoyed their own unique culture and landscapes, but they were also curious about the American West. Buffalo Bill's show brought a sense of adventure and wonder to the Australian shores. These international tours showed that Buffalo Bill's vision had an impact around the world. People from different backgrounds and languages came together to enjoy the Wild West show. It showed that bravery, adventure, and the untamed frontier were things that everyone could appreciate. The tours also allowed Buffalo Bill and his performers to learn from the people they met. They embraced the local customs, tried different foods, and shared their own stories. It was a way for different cultures to connect and understand each other. The success of the Wild West show made Buffalo Bill famous worldwide. His vision touched the hearts and minds of people everywhere, and the show became a symbol of the American spirit and the fascination with the Wild West. Buffalo Bill made a big impact on the entertainment world. His Wild West show was very popular and people loved watching it. But his influence didn't stop there. He also did important things to preserve Native American culture and promote tourism in the American West. Buffalo Bill respected Native American traditions and wanted to share them with others. In his show, Native American performers showed their dances and crafts. This helped people learn about and appreciate their culture. Buffalo Bill wanted everyone to understand and respect Native Americans. Buffalo Bill also encouraged people to visit the American West. His show made people curious about the beautiful landscapes and the cowboys who lived there. Many people came to see the Wild West for themselves because of Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill also wanted to tell the true stories of the American West. He believed in fairness and wanted to show the struggles and contributions of Native Americans. He wanted people to have a better understanding of the real history of the American West. Buffalo Bill's show inspired many books, movies, and other attractions. His name became well known and symbolized adventure and bravery. He made a big impact on popular culture. Even after his show ended, Buffalo Bill continued to support Native American rights and preserve their culture. He always believed in fairness and equality. Buffalo Bill's legacy lives on today. He inspired many people and his impact can still be felt. He will always be remembered as a true icon of American history. As Buffalo Bill grew older, he faced new challenges in his life and career. The Wild West show, which was once very popular, started to become less popular. People's interests were changing, and Buffalo Bill had to adjust to a different world. The show had money problems, and Buffalo Bill had difficulty keeping it going. He tried different ways to get people interested, but it was hard. The world was changing, and people were more interested in new things. Buffalo Bill had to make tough decisions to keep the show running. Even though the show was not as successful as before, Buffalo Bill's legacy remained strong. His show had a lasting effect on popular culture. Many people still remembered the excitement they felt when they watched his performances. Buffalo Bill became an important symbol of the American West. Although the Wild West show was not doing well, Buffalo Bill's influence on how people saw the American West continued to shape popular culture. Movies, books, and other things drew inspiration from his life and the adventures he had. The spirit of the Wild West lived on because of Buffalo Bill's legacy. In his later years, Buffalo Bill thought about what he had achieved and the changes he had seen. He had seen the American West change from wild and empty land to settled towns and cities. He played a big part in shaping how people saw the West. Buffalo Bill's story touched many lives. He worked hard to preserve Native American culture and to show the beauty of the American West. He brought a sense of adventure and exploration to people all around the world. As Buffalo Bill's life came to an end, he knew that his time was almost over. He had lived a remarkable life filled with adventure and excitement. He left behind a legacy that would continue to inspire future generations. In the final part of Buffalo Bill's story, his influence on popular culture and how people saw the American West remained strong. People associated his name with bravery, adventure, and the untamed spirit of the frontier. Buffalo Bill made his mark on history, and his story will be remembered for a long time.